Alright guys, so this is a 99, I believe it's 99 or 2000, something like that. Polaris Sportsman 335. This is my own bike. And it's never charged since I've had it. I've had it for about 3 years. So let me show you what I found. Actually, let's start with when I bought it. I wasn't told that there was a charging issue. Had a fresh oil change. And he said that they put a new, or they did some work. That's what he said. He said some work. And I got home, I figured out it wasn't charging, and I ordered a voltage regulator. That didn't fix it, and it sat for another couple of years, and I screwed the battery on it, I pooched it, because when you leave a battery dead for long periods of time, they're done. So, I had the recoil off. This here is not OEM. Now, I don't knock non-OEM parts, but this is not the right part. And I know it's not the right part, because the wiring harness didn't quite line up perfect. And you can see where it's nice and shiny, and this has been in there for a few years. So this was rubbing on the magnets. Also, this little pickup was rubbing on the flywheel. Now this bike works A1, you just have to pull start it. And here's what I found. So I think, well, here's what I found. I found some burnt wires. But I think what happened was the voltage regulator went, it took out the speedometer, which is common. And instead of doing the voltage regulator, I think they changed this. They put the wrong one on. And when they routed it, this went up over the plug wire boot, and this was resting right on the engine. And it's got two wires that are cut right off, and then some more that are melted together. This is different than mine. Mine doesn't have this. Mine has two wires. Maybe this splice is down inside or something, but it's a little bit different. So on these ones, they're labeled with a red and a black stripe and no stripe. Mine is labeled with a red stripe and no stripes. Same as the used OEM one that I put on it, because at the time, I would have bought one of these off eBay. 2 years ago, they didn't have any. So I bought a used one for twice as much money. Anyway, I got that in. As you can see, it's kind of a mess in here. I couldn't get to the ground wire, so I cut and put a ferrule on those. This wire right here was unplugged when I had it apart, because I don't think they knew where to put it either. But I put it back together, and it works. It's charging. It's doing 15 volts, which means I can use the plow this year. All I have to do is figure out where the hell this came off of, because when I pulled the rack off, somebody put this light on it, and it's not the right light. And I got to figure out where to tie that into. Other than that, we're going to have a nice little bike that has electric start and a winch and a plow for this winter. So that's going to make hunting, fishing, trapping, plowing the driveway, everything so much easier. So if you have one of these and they're not charging, I would check this first. And I'll show you where that was. So on this side, and these top side covers, there's no screws, they just pull off. So I've got it routed right here right now. You see I tie wrapped it, but the one I took off was laying right on the head. It was like where the plug comes out on an angle, was just sitting in there. And this, there was a bunch of wires that, like, I trimmed all these back. I don't know where they go. I don't know what this is. I suspect it might be for either the four-wheel drive. No, it can't be, because that works. Probably the cooling fan, because the cooling fan for the oil cooler is on a toggle switch. So anyway, I don't know where they go. It works fine. I'm just gonna heat shrink some over this and shove it back in there for now. So if you got one that's not charging, check this point on your harness. Do your voltage regulator. They're cheap, they're easy to get at, sort of. And this here isn't even that hard, but it's in behind the flywheel. If you don't have the proper puller, you got to be real careful whacking it off. You need a brass hammer. I used a steel hammer, and then I had to follow the threads a little bit to get it started. But anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.